Hey folks, how you doing? I know it's been a couple days since we haven't gotten an update, so I'll try to be brief but also thorough. So the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I think that probably gave you something right before that. Emma was guest playing for another team. We were playing down in Wilmington, Delaware, so every day we were going back and forth that weekend, so that consumed a lot of my time. I was out there. I am getting back to close to being my 10 miles a day walking, but still with some moderation. And of course, that will all change when the radiation and chemo starts happening. So speaking of that, we went down to this week, Monday. So Monday, today's the 6th, the 5th, I think, right? So today's Thursday, so Friday, 5th, 4th. And had the mask done. I'll show you a picture of that. To this segment, so you can see the mask that I'll wear for radiation. I should have had them shoot a video because it was pretty cool, the process that they went through. That didn't take too long, but because those of you that ever been down to Philadelphia Center City area where Jefferson Hospital is located, they're in multiple buildings, so you got to have, like, one procedure was done here, you have to walk to another building to go to another procedure, and then you have to go to another building to have another procedure. So I find it pretty interesting because of, Jefferson Hospital is, noted for, their cancer treatment, stroke treatment, stuff like that. Yet, so some people have to walk from building to building, patients and stuff like that for their therapy or testing or whatever. And it was a good test for me because the doctors walk on the street, in their lab coats. That's how I know they're doctors or nurses. They have their names on it. And they got their head down, looking at their phone, not paying attention. And they could easily walk into me, or I felt like knocking them over at one point. So, we went down there today to meet with our doctor Thursday. And I felt like I told Terry, I'm going to wear a sign. Just had a brain tumor removed from my brain. Excuse me if I knock you over because you are walking with your head down, looking at your cell phone. She talked me into not doing that, but I said, well, I was putting it on the video blog. So, yesterday, Emma had her 8th grade moving up ceremonies, so she did that, and she'll be in high school next year, which is kind of ridiculous. They had that ceremony, but they had to go to school today. Didn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but, can't figure things out. So we met with the surgeon today to do post-op. So everything was good, took some of my stitches out. When he looked at the MRI that was done this week, he said, well, the tumor started reforming, which he wasn't concerned with. He expected that to happen. He never told me that, but I guess he didn't want to get me worried. But he knew that it was going to happen. But with the radiation and chemo and the Optune, he felt very comfortable that everything was going to go on course the way it is. And that's how we shared it with Terry and I. So when we both got done, we both felt that even though it's kind of disappointed that it started forming that early, he wasn't surprised. So he sees this all the time. He really wasn't worrisome about anything, so therefore I'm not going to be worried. So my therapy's going well. I had to miss some this week because of Emma's moving up ceremonies and some of the doctor appointments I had in Philadelphia. But one of the things I was sharing with a couple people on the phone the other day about, my cognitive skills, like around math, things that I used to be able to just spit out like that are taking a little longer. So they're telling me to just be patient. It's a retraining process. Like I had to do this exercise of more like payroll. So add up the hours the folks worked and then multiply it by their hours, how they come out what their paycheck would be. Now, normally I would be able to just go and look across that and say for Sue, she works 6, 4, 8, 8, and 8. So 6 and 4 is 10, 3, 8 to 24, so 34 hours for the week. I kind of had to use a calculator, which is kind of disappointing because in the old days I just do that in my brain, boom, it's done. I still would have had to multiply with using the calculator unless it was an even number, like $8 versus if it was $7.25. I wouldn't use the calculator. So I just got to be cognizant of that. They told me it'll come, you just got to be patient. And for those of you that know me, I'm not a patient person. So That'll be a challenge, or maybe it'll teach me better patience. The other thing I've been doing is Emma's team is playing in a tournament this weekend, so I've been preparing for that with the other coaches and sending communication out. So that's also led me to not delay getting the video blog update. And spending a lot of time with the MyChart folks from Epic, who makes it, on finding all the things that are wrong with it. Now I have tickets open that are escalated to level 2 because they can't figure out the problems that I'm finding. So, and I'm trying to use that because that's the most efficient way to communicate with the care staff in either Mainline or Jefferson, because their phone system, in order to call somebody and get a hold of somebody, is a mess. I'll just leave it at that. So, but that's the update I have. Probably know in either this week or early next week when the radiation treatment will start. Got a haircut, so my head, and Dr. Judy took out some of the stitches that didn't dissolve. So I'm getting ready to, shave the head. I'll work with the Optune people in regards to that. So that's about it. So more to come, So the one thing I wanted to add was that right now I have 36 subscribers to my channel with my playlist. So please feel free to share with whoever. I don't have a problem. Some people say, hey, how do I get that link? So if you know somebody that knows what's going on about me, or you tell them and they want to get caught up, I have no problem with sharing the link. So I'll give you an update probably next week, but that's it for now. Have a great day.